Do 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 do. Hey, friends. Can you hear my voice? It's time for Mumamo, or as we like to call it, Mutants and Masterminds Monday. The world's only show dealing with the world's only superhero TTRPG.
Mm-hmm.
We come to you weekly, and
That's pretty
today,
exclusive.
Yeah, absolutely. And today it's Sidekicks and Minions, managing minor threats in Mutants and Masterminds 4th edition. A great topic. Excellent. Thank you, friends. I'm glad you can hear me, because I would hate for you to miss even a moment of the repartee that we share with these two fine friends. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
So it is, it's kind of a big day.
Yeah.
We've got some big
Huge
things
day
to talk about. Yeah. And, of course, the topic of Sidekicks and Minions, which I had in my mind the person who we needed to thank for the topic and then lost it.
Oh no.
But we'll find out.
We are not going into your mind to get it, Troy. I'm sorry.
No, we're going to have to find where I left it lying
Fool me
around.
once, shame on me.
Right. I'm not going back in there. I swore.
Oh,
I'm still moist. It's still misty inside my brain.
Still mentally moist.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you are my brain fog.
That is so good. A higher compliment I have never received. Oh, you gotta love it. So I like today's topic because, you know, I fancy myself as a good sidekick
Mm-hmm.
to you, gentlemen.
I've always thought so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm your Misty pal who's all about, you know, getting it done and supporting his heroes. So yeah,
I think you're doing a phenomenal job for the amount of points I invested into you.
I was going to say I have never regretted the PowerPoints that Alex and I split to get you, Troy.
Well, that's why. That also might explain some of the troubles I have in general. But anyway, so I'm stoked for this. We've got some big announcements to make, and I'm very, very excited about that. But to begin, what is the difference between a sidekick and a minion?
So sidekicks are more capable than minions. They are characters who do not have some of the minion limitations and are essentially, apart from their often lower power level, full-fledged characters who are capable in their own right and tend to be a little bit more effective.
Got it. Now, but they're an NPC?
Yes, sidekicks are NPCs by definition, unless you're playing, a hero sidekick pair as player characters.
Oh yeah, okay.
Which you could be.
Or if you ask your game master for a sidekick but don't want to invest the PowerPoints into it, and then it's just a free range NPC who can be as cruel as they want to you down the line.
Yes, indeed.
I see. And breaking news: King Snarf is the man that we need to thank for this topic.
Excellent.
Yep. So King, you get your own a real life hero point, and we send it to you in the mail. It arrives in some fashion. You'll know when you see it, or it sees you.
If you swing by the booth at Gen Con, we'll give it to you in person.
That's right.
Yes.
So first of all, let's talk about that. I mean, you are going to be at Gen Con.
Indeed, we will.
Yeah, we're going to be at booth
101, isn't
101, same as it has been, and I will not be joining this year. I have decided that I'm going to forego. I know, right? I'm going to forego.
That's so sad.
I know. I'm going to forego picking up COVID for the 7th time. And so yeah, I'm hanging back. We've got lots to do here at the Green Ronin.
Lot going on at Green Ronin HQ, so I get that.
A ton. And so while I will miss everybody, I'll miss the open mouth kisses that I give out at the booth. I'm afraid that Alex will have to stand in for me. So
I'm starting to realize why you got COVID so many times.
What? Huh? Yeah. So Jeremiah will be there. That's great. Anybody else in chat that'll be there?
If you are, by all means, come by the booth and say hello.
Yes, absolutely. You must. You simply must. Okay, so back to the topic, sidekicks and minions. we've determined that the sidekick is your friendly, helpful NPC, and the minion is the bad guy's army, I guess.
Yeah. So minions are NPCs that operate under a bunch of limitations that are intended to make them a little bit more fragile and a little bit easier for heroes to overcome, so that you can put a whole bunch of minions up against the heroes and have the heroes just mow them down.
Hey, do I see a Mr. David Bodie in chat?
It looks like.
Hey, good to see you, friend. Glad you made it.
He's not sure if we see him this time, though.
Yes, we do see you, David.
You have arrived.
I will also say, Troy, that a minion doesn't necessarily have to work for a villain. Heroes can take minions as well. There are very good use cases for that. Just thinking of an example off the top of my head, if you have a character who has a drone that has independence and can be separate from the player character, you can take that drone as a minion.
Yep.
Or say you're Squirrel Girl and you got a million squirrels, you can have a special squirrel.
Oh, okay. So so not just
like tippy toe,
not just restricted to the baddies.
In fact, some hero types specialize in summoning or creating minions of some kind.
I like that. Okay, and so let's talk about the transition from 3rd edition to 4th edition sidekicks and minions and what the difference is.
The primary stuff is in as far as minions go. Sidekicks stay pretty much the same in 4th edition because, again, they don't operate under most of the minion limits. So they are still full-fledged NPCs, and their only changes with 4th edition are the same that affect all characters. Minions, we've refined some of the minion traits to be a little more detailed, and we've also taken some of the new 4th edition mechanics into account. So one particular thing is that minions in 4th edition don't get reactions, which is a new type of action that characters can do in 4th edition. Minions don't get it unless unless the game master has a minion take a reaction as a plot complication, or a menace character uses their ability to give one of their minions a reaction.
Ah, I see.
And that's largely because there's usually so many minions that if they all got reactions, it would just be a nightmare to keep track
of the initiative.
Of who's done what. And it would honestly make minions far more annoying than they already are.
Absolutely right. That's right. Yeah, and I'm looking. Damage Glasses is going to be running some games for us.
Wonderful,
fantastic. Good, that's awesome to know. You have to stop by the booth and make sure you say hi, so we can make the acquaintance. Let's see. I'm looking at here. So there's some questions about what is a minion, what is a sidekick. So Desmond says minions are sidekicks that don't get put on the front lines. Is that right?
I don't know if I put it that way, but
I think it depends on how blasé you are about their safety.
Right.
True. Very true. Yeah.
Minions rarely have a union, unfortunately. So.
And that right. Yeah. We were talking about Tempo earlier, who is always one of our first to arrive, was asking, between minions and sidekicks, whose boss would treat them better. And I said, well, it's whoever has the union.
Exactly.
Clearly. But let me see.
Not
here.
Batman.
Let's see. So Batman has Robin, sidekick, and the Joker has his various henchmen and goons, minions.
Yes. That's a great example.
Great. Let's see.
Yeah. And like a lot of things in M&M, I think it's the role in the narrative is the important thing. Like a sidekick is almost a full-fledged hero of their own, so they're going to be more capable. They're going to be able to assist you more, but they do require a bigger investment of power points to bring them up to the level that a cheaper minion would be.
Got it.
Because with sidekick ranks, you get 5 points to build your sidekick with per rank. With minion ranks, you get 15 points per rank to build.
Sidekicks effectively cost 3 times as much.
Got it. And just as an aside, Jeremiah will be there as well running games for us. So that's fantastic. Actually exciting to see lots of people will be running games for us. Okay, so
lots of M&M games, it looks like, too. That's really exciting.
Yeah, very, very cool. Let's see other questions or comments. Image less says, gotcha. So minions aren't going to be interposing is one. Oh, I see. Let's see. A union of minions, a minunion. Yeah, I'll accept
that. Is a bit of a misnomer, though. Minions can interpose if they're being led by a menace who can grant them reactions.
Who can grant them the reaction to do so.
I see. Let's see. Sidekicks are the intern version of henchmen.
I need an org chart.
I do too. This is getting. Where's HR? There we go. Okay, so I see. Void says, correct. You could give a hero point to let one interpose or have a menace spend one of their free.
Yep.
Yeah.
Extra efforts. Yes.
Extra efforts. Mm-hmm. Hey, RC's here too. Says, sup nerds, coming to you from a hotspot on a train. Nice. Wow.
Coming to us from the future.
Right, technology.
Wow. Mass public transit in this economy?
Right, I know. Desmond says, I've recently been building characters that ride horses, and most horses are minions, but some horses for expert cavalry warriors or sidekicks.
Yep, that's a great way to differentiate sort of the background mounts from the, important sort of named, like, character, where the horse is basically a character.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. And Apquin just says you don't actually pay your sidekicks. I mean, I guess it's a plot point. You need to work that out.
Room and board and education.
Exactly. It's more of an internship kind of arrangement.
Yeah,
that's right. For exposure.
I don't remember
exposure to lots of damage.
That's right. Exposure to bruising and contusions.
Why is my costume so bright and colorful?
Right? I suppose you get the uniform, I'm imagining, unless you come with one already pre.
Yeah, usually the mastermind provides the uniforms.
Yeah, one would think, one would hope. So in utilizing the sidekicks and minions, let's say I'm a hero and I've got choices to make. Is it good, or is it a good thought that you say like the sidekicks are kind of perpetual in their character and minions are a little less so?
I don't know if I'd put it exactly that way, but minions do have an unfortunate tendency to end up being somewhat temporary.
Fair enough. And so as a first of all, as a player playing, when do I make the choice between something being a sidekick and something being a minion? Is it about the amount, the number of them?
Partly.
Yeah, I would say some of it is also your personal attachment to that character, whether they're somebody that you're looking to actively role play alongside and have sort of a relationship between the character and the sidekick.
That makes sense.
Minions tend to be a little more interchangeable, or I don't want to say expendable because we're superheroes, but there's an idea that they can be replaced if necessary.
There is a certain sort of nameless and faceless quality to minions as far as it goes.
Aegis will give you more agents if you need to, as long as it's not your fault they all went away.
Right.
That's right. Don't abuse your agent privileges. Michael in chat says temporary, like my boyfriend. Yeah. I mean, I guess mine are more like villains, frankly, but let's see. In the Walton verse, minions have to buy their uniforms from the company store before they're
Wow, that is real villainy.
Wow.
That's villainy, yeah. But economical.
A lot of villainy is.
Are there some, right? Yeah, pretty much. If the side character ends up dying, do you want to go on a quest to resurrect them or mourn them and hire a new helper? Yeah, that's a way to think about it.
Kind of.
Sure. Yeah. Kind of, yeah. Now, can you have multiple sidekicks? You can.
But multiple sidekicks tend to be, as Alex pointed out, way more expensive than multiple minions.
That makes sense because it is all right. That's right. Okay, so Gene's asking about the power level that they can use on the minions.
Well, certain traits that give you minions will often define what power level they can be. If they belong to a player character, they most definitely can't be higher power level than the series power level. to begin with. That applies basically to everybody related to the player characters. And that said, minions can theoretically be any power level, especially the NPC ones that the Gamemaster is managing. And you can do some interesting stuff with higher power level minions who are more capable and powerful, at least initially, but are also still working under the minion limitations. A great example is the I forget what they're called now, the hounds that the alien hunters have in Valiant. There's a bunch of these, sort of monstrous alien hounds that are, fairly high power level for minions, which means they are absolute terrors against, say, ordinary soldiers, who are also minions who are probably lower level than them. But they're pretty easy for characters as powerful as Exo Manowar to take out, like whole groups of them, pretty easily, because they're still minions and he's much more powerful than they are.
So we've got a lot of great questions here, and this one from Damaged Glasses. How do you think GM should balance having a helpful NPC and having a player purchase a minion sidekick? I've had helpful NPCs, but do you think there's a different expectation if players have paid for them? Yeah,
I think so.
I would say there's definitely an expectation. When they pay power points for them, that makes them... You should not mess with them as much as you would a helpful NPC that you've introduced to the story.
Yes.
They have invested some of their resources to create this character, so they should always be helpful. They should, at the end of the day, the player should get to decide what the sidekick or the minion is up to, rather than having like secret plots or things like that without the player's consent.
Okay, that's interesting.
Absolutely agree.
Yeah.
I think that you should think of the guideline. Think of the sidekick much like a removable trait, and you shouldn't take the sidekick away from the player any more than you would a removable effect or device. So yes, you can occasionally, but don't overdo it, because as Alex said, this is something the player invested points in. They should be able to make use of that character.
Yeah, and invested points and an emotional,
yes, and hopefully some emotional connection.
Yeah.
It's kind of an interesting parallel to like equipment and devices in M&M.
Yes, I would agree.
For terms of expendability and like how much you should be able to mess with them.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great.
Like even if you add a plot where something happens to the sidekick, I think there needs to be an expectation that the sidekick will be okay at the end. And
some negotiating, right? Yeah. Like, to understand that, hey, the sidekick might run into some trouble. And that makes sense. Stan asks, if you have a minion that survives a while, can you upgrade them to a sidekick?
Yeah, no reason you couldn't. You just have to invest the necessary points into it. Actually, I think that's a really interesting idea.
Yeah, I think I think your game master should even consider refunding the points for your minion ranks to go into sidekick ranks, and then any power points you've earned throughout the campaign,
you just pay the difference
to that pool. Yeah,
I like that, and I can see. I have context says, "Did you accidentally name him?"
Yeah,
I could see a plot point arising as a result of some minion shenanigans that makes them beloved.
Players get very attached, so
yeah, absolutely. Let's see.
And also, your players will surprise you if you are worried about not being able to mess with their sidekick. Most players will come up with something to be like, "Hey, I've got this idea related to my sidekick that I'd like to see happen. Can we talk about that?"
I like that. Now, Tempo asks, wait, are sidekicks more powerful than minions, or are they
They're
equal?
Not necessarily more powerful. They're less limited. Because sidekicks aren't minions, they don't have the same limitations minions do. Sidekicks may often also be higher in power level, but that's not necessarily the case. And their power level is separate from whether or not they're a minion.
Okay, got it. Now,
and the fact that there's that difference in point cost, like a sidekick is 3 times more expensive, you could have a sidekick and a minion of equal rank.
Yep.
The sidekick might have more powerful abilities, but it won't have the depth of ability that the minion might have.
Right, because they cost more points.
Got it. Wait. So the sidekick will have more depth, or the minion will have more depth?
The minion will possibly have more depth, just depending on how you invest your points.
Well, in terms of more points to play with,
I get you. Okay, and so when
some
you're
people brought up like Skeets earlier. I think he is a great minion because you can invest a lot of skill points into things to cover a lot of blind spots for your primary character. I mean, Booster Gold's an idiot, so having a smart robot hanging out with him
as your sidekick is helpful.
Yeah. There's a lot of talk about Robin having started out as a sidekick and then sort of throughout the hero career, Robin developed into a kind of a standalone hero.
Most Robins graduate to go on to be full-fledged heroes eventually, or they die and then eventually graduate to get on full-fledged heroes.
Must be replaced. That's right. Let's see. Oh yeah, and so Stan mentions or says that sidekicks are more durable than minions.
More durable.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, in creating a minion, are there other not a minion? I'm sorry. In creating a sidekick, are there other sort of rules or considerations that you should make when you're thinking about the creation of a sidekick? You've got the points, you're spending them. How much detail do you get into? What's the would you create a full character sheet for them?
I would.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. I mean, I wish we had some kind of an example of
I know, if only.
Yeah.
Ideally something adorable as well.
Maybe something, hitting the national headlines or something. Like borrow some. Oh, wait. Alex, you created something.
I did create something timely.
Something timely, which is awesome.
Maybe something with some biting commentary in the end of it.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. Let's take a look.
It's Jimothy.
Jimothy, what? I love it. Jimothy, this was so Alex, you put together the let's get Jimothy on the screen.
Now, this is not the Jimothy that everybody knows and loves, but this is Earth Prime's Jimothy.
Yes.
Nice.
Yep, and I built him in such a way that if you wanted to take him as a minion or as a sidekick, you could. I wrote up how many power points you need to invest to do both.
Very cool. I love this. And so, tell us a little bit about Jimothy. What is his what are his skills and advantages and such?
Yeah, so Jimothy was a fairly regular raccoon in Emerald City. He grew up. He does have an interesting spinal deformation, but other than that, he's had a regular raccoon life. Being adorable, scurrying around, scavenging fun dumpsters and all that, until he found himself on Yellow Brick Road during the Silver Storm, and Teleax's nanites unlocked his latent super raccoon potential.
As he's wont to do, yeah.
So Jimothy's body became a dense elastic ball, and he bounced all over the place. He stopped to save a frightened child, and since then, he's associated his new abilities with protecting people who can't protect themselves.
I love it. That's great. I see he's also replete with a cape.
He is. Every good superhero
I will notice recycled.
Nice. Okay. I see. On brand.
Yeah, you can't see the Italian restaurant logo on the back.
Right.
And so what are his powers again? He's a bouncing guy. He's athletic. Okay.
Yeah, so he's got a few powers. He's a scrappy stormer. So the nanites gave him an elastic body that lets him roll at high speed, leap tall dumpsters in a single bound, and resist the effects of most conventional weapons. He's also a raccoon. So he is able to scurry up walls, see in the dark, and I gave him analytical trash awareness, so he can find the best trash in any given dumpster.
His trash sense is tingling.
It is. Speaking of my exes, anyway, let's see what people are saying here.
I love that he has improved interpose.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, so he's great. And now, are we making this available in some fashion? I know we put Gen Con 2026, so we'll have it at the show.
I think that's the plan, and then after Gen Con, we'll figure out if it's going to get into wider distribution.
Got it.
We will have it as a handout, I know for sure, to give out at Gen Con, so people can come.
I bet we could slip it to the Cape
But I was going to say, if you're not on the Atomic Think Tank, you're probably going to want to check it out.
That's right. Yeah, you're going to want to.
That's where goodies like these usually end up.
That's right. And the Atomic Think Tank is at atomicthinktank.com. You're going to log in. You're going to create your account if you haven't already. You're going to answer questions 3. They're easy as pie. two are, they're interesting. One is a must, and and depending on what your answer is, the doors will either open or they will shut. And so make sure you answer those questions, and then we'll get into what's in the tank a little later with our correspondent, Devious Hearts, and we'll be sure to let everybody know when Jimothy makes his appearance on the in the think tank. So I love that. And so let's say, what if I wanted could I have a sidekick and then a bunch of minions at the same time if I had all I needed to afford it?
Mm-hmm. You could indeed.
I love that. I was just thinking, like, what if you had a raccoon army and then Jimothy as the leader, your sidekick captain? Yeah, I love that roving band of do-gooding raccoons. I think that's fantastic.
The raccoon rover. My army of raccoons.
And my army of raccoons.
I love it, which you couldn't get done. I mean, they have thumbs, for Pete's sake. Here's an Alex question. Let's see if this is okay. I should have read it before, but I trust that Nate is not too non sequitur for us. Since you're a Superman fanatic, the latest rendition of Superman has the Kryptonian robots. 4 would have been a sidekick, in my opinion, to where everybody. So he's wondering. So 4 is the robot, right?
Yeah, 4 is the Alan Tudyk robot in the new Superman movie. As for the Superman robots themselves, you could build one of them as a sidekick easily enough. I think with how much they got the floor wiped with them, I think they're more either minions or the security system for the Fortress of Solitude's headquarters feature.
I agree. I think that the Superman robots fall under the category of the personnel feature for a headquarters, because they're basically just the staff of the Fortress of Solitude.
Yes, okay.
In other superhero comics, the robots leave the fortress more often and will even pretend to be Superman, so Clark Kent could be like, look, I'm in the same room as Superman. But in that movie in particular, I think they are that's how the workshop works at this fortress, and that's the personnel, and that's they're just a feature of the headquarters rather than
I would agree with that.
Great question, Nate. King Snarf, the originator of this topic, asks, are there rules or guidelines for determining sidekick PL? The advantage specifically states how many power points they get, but PL is a little vague.
As I said, power level is going to be determined for sidekicks, at least player character sidekicks, by the overall series. They can't be higher power level than the player characters. And that, combined with the amount of points they cost, is pretty limiting. Creating a 150 point sidekick is going to cost you 50 power points. So that's a big chunk of points for a character to spend on a sidekick. As far as that goes, if they really want a power level 10 sidekick, they could, as long as the GM is on board with that. But generally speaking, sidekicks are probably going to be lower power level just in order to reduce cost.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
If you are interested from a storytelling perspective, having a sidekick who is like a full-fledged superhero, you could talk to another one of your fellow players about maybe we build 2 characters together who are mentor and super or sidekick. I think it's a little fuzzy when you're talking about power level stuff, because theoretically all the player characters should be the same power level and same power points. But there's a question of, is this a role-playing thing that we're interested in, or is it a mechanical thing that we're interested in?
Yep. If you want to do the sort of character who has a magic genie or a monster companion or something like that, you may even want to think about building the monster as the player character and their kid handler as the sidekick.
That makes sense. Paul Rua in a Mutants Masterminds game plays a hero called Trash Panda. And Jimothy would be the perfect sidekick for Trash Panda. Yep. Absolutely.
It would.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah. Just remember his complication. He can't talk. He is a raccoon.
There you go. Yeah. Yep. I wonder if you could teach Jimothy sign language.
Well, I mentioned he can communicate through chittering, expressive gestures, and pantomime. So kind of Courage the Cowardly Dog style. Is how
there you go.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I get that. And so Michael's asking for a clarification. Mechanically, do minions act like 1 hit point henchmen?
Largely, yes, because of the way resistance checks work in M&M, it's not a guarantee. I mean, minions can succeed on damage resistance enough to not be knocked down with 1 hit, but it's pretty likely that chances are 1 hit is going to take them out.
Gene asks, does Earth Prime have pre-made minion groups like the ones in Astonishing Adventures?
Depends on what you mean by Earth Prime. We are certainly going to be including a lot of pre-made minions in both upcoming source books and talking about groups like Shadow, which obviously have a lot of minions and the like. So there are a lot of organizations on Earth Prime that definitely have minion level agents and the like.
Void is looking for a ruling, a legal ruling. Is it legal to have a PL8 mage with a PL10 summon sidekick in a PL10 game?
That is within the rules as written, yes.
Okay.
I'm not a cop, do what you want.
Right, exactly. But what Alex says,
Right. Let's see. Looking at this, duplicate. I don't know that.
Duplication.
Someone named Kate.
Yeah, duplicating her brother Multipole.
Yes.
Duplicated multi-wall for what? Is that one of ours?
That's Invincible.
Oh, got you. Yeah, I have not. I'm not clued in on Invincible yet.
Yep.
The question came up about summoning minions who are duplicates of yourself.
I was just looking that up. Yeah.
Yeah, how that power sort of interacts with M&M.
That is basically a configuration of the summon effect, and whether or not your duplicates are minions depends on how you configure the effect. There is an extra for summon that means that your summoned agents are not minions. So if you want your duplicates to not be minions, you apply that extra accordingly.
Gotcha.
And obviously it's costly.
Kingstar said, so points are tied to PL, 1 PL for every 3 ranks or 15 points?
Power points for building characters are usually based off of power level, and the power points that you have to build minions or sidekicks is based on the rank and the advantage that you have, not their power level.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
I think King Snarf might be thinking that if you have 3 points in sidekick, you can have a power level 1 sidekick, and you've got to do 3 ranks to go up power level. But I don't think that's how it works.
That is not the case.
Got it. No. And so, all right. So then now I'm getting confused. So Nate said, so people with duplication powers, could they consider their duplicates minions or sidekicks?
Like I said, depends on how you built the power.
Yeah.
Got it.
I think this is a good time. I think this is a good time to mention our traditional advice for multiplication characters or swarm summoning characters. Yep. Think if you need to have additional characters in the scene taking up initiative slots, or can you build your effects with the duplicate descriptor? So you've got like a sphere area damage, and that simulates a bunch of you popping out of you to go punch everybody.
Right.
Or a move object that involves you creating a bunch of duplicates who can all work together to pick something up and move it somewhere.
Right.
And there are simpler ways to get around
part of the reason
that fantasy.
Part of the reason why duplication style effects are so expensive in Mutants and Masterminds is because duplicators in the comics, generally speaking, are fairly ordinary people who have the power to duplicate. They don't have a ton of other powers on top of it, and that's part of why being able to duplicate, especially a lot, is a really expensive power.
Got it. That makes sense. Oh yeah, Michael in chat. I'm glad you like that. It's actually older. It's one of our older logos that I just kind of comicified these two gents and added my misty visage.
Right.
But I'm glad you like it. It was fun to make.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm sorry, Alex. Were you going to say something? I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh no. Void Watches just brings up sort of what we're talking about right now. Advice on deciding when to build something as a summoned minion versus doing it as flavor.
Yep.
Got it.
And there's a lot of factors to take into consideration for that. I think something not a lot of people think about is how many player characters you have in your party. Because if you have 6 player characters, maybe don't add more characters to a scene, but go with flavor instead.
Yep.
But if there's 2 or 3 of you, there are less turns in initiative all the time, so you can afford to squeeze a couple extra in if you want.
Got it. And not overwhelm everybody and make you lose track of whose turn it was next. And let's see.
Exactly.
Me personally, I think 90% of the time it should be flavor, but that's just for simplicity of gameplay and less bookkeeping on the GM's part and on your part.
Got it.
And likewise, I encourage, even if you have a lot of minions as characters, that you encourage a lot of team actions on the part of the minions, so that they're not all, or actions that are not going to involve a lot of rolls or things like that. It's great if you can have your minion go off and do something, but usually, especially lower level or low power minions, you're pretty much going to have them gang up on something. So that makes it good for a team attack.
Got you. Damage Glasses asks, do you think the GM plays as the minion sidekick in combat and roleplay, or do you think it's up to the player?
I usually leave it up to the player, but
yeah, then that makes sense. I would expect that as well.
And I've seen it work very well both ways. I mean, I always ask beforehand. I'm like, hey, this is your minion. Do you want me to take on their personality, or do you have your own?
Right.
Do you have your own ideas about that? Some people don't like role playing with themselves, so they like having the game master do the role playing, but they control the character in combat.
Yeah,
that makes sense. So is this in the Astonishing Adventures of the Reign of Cats and Dogs? There's a group called the Bagmen. Is that a bunch of minions, or is that a?
I think that the Bagmen are a group of professional thieves. I'm not sure off the top of my head if they're described as minions or not. But I could certainly see that how they would be.
Absolutely. And
they have a great gimmick. I love those guys.
What's the gimmick?
All of them are named after a different kind of bag, and that informs their superpowers.
Indeed.
What do you mean, like a Ziploc bag, a bowling bag?
So there's like duffel bag has a storage space that you can go into, and sand bag has sand powers, and like
I like it.
They are, if you know what you're looking at, very clearly Crystal Fraser creations.
I was going to say, this sounds very, very Crystal Fraser.
Indeed.
I like that. The Void Watch says, personally, I might take control of the minion sidekick for roleplay, but let the player do it in combat. They know they know the sheet better, and I have enough to do as a GM without also doing the sidekick.
That's a pretty good balance for handling it.
Yeah, I like that. Especially if you're taking the time to get to know, that particular sidekick. So we
always remember they have the helpful attitude towards the character they're interacting with. So they want to be as helpful as they can be, within reason.
I am writing a quick note to somebody asking for some information. But we've got so many things cooking. I'm wondering, we'll wait for a couple more minutes, and then we'll make we got a big announcement about a big thing, a couple really big things that I think will make people very, very excited.
So Michael in chat mentions about spending points on minions for their various skills and things like that, and that's perfectly viable. You can have a bunch of minions, who are basically around to do stuff for you.
Got it.
Even if you want to have a minion who's your tech person, like either the person in the chair or the person who invents all your gadgets, that's a great use of a minion because they might not be as competent in a fight like a sidekick would be.
Right. But they might be, in your ear giving you technical advice and things like that. And they're just basically sort of a bundle of skills that you can call on.
You can spend 2 power points to have plus 20 in technology for one minion character.
Right. Until the, Game Master decides to disrupt your communications channel.
All right.
All those adventures underground, that's the problem.
Right.
I love it. Damage Glasses asks, can you use your hero points on rolls for your minions and sidekicks?
For yours specifically, yes.
Got it.
Likewise, masterminds are very effective at using their bonus extra efforts for the benefit of their minions.
Got you. And of course, my answer is not forthcoming. So, 1 second. Minion power amplification is always a balancing issue to be aware of.
Yep, to be sure. I mean, to be frank, minions are a potentially problematic effect you want to look out for as a game master, and make sure that they really fit the intent of the character. Like Alex says, you may want to look at opportunities to do, other effects that essentially accomplish the same thing. And like with all, things, mutants and masterminds, you want to make sure that somebody's not just gaming the system to be hugely effective.
No news is good news with Gary Gnu.
Stan's got something incoming.
Oh, let me dig in. Let me get. I have a stand phone right next to me.
Mm-hmm.
Let me
to the stand phone.
To the stand phone.
I'm putting the stand signal in the sky. I feel like that's just an exclamation point.
Yep.
I'm trying to think what the stand signal.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Gene, you can give minions whatever equipment they have the power points for. The minions basically take equipment ranks just like everybody else, and that determines their equipment loadout.
Logging into Facebook is more secure than anything in my life right now, so I'm doing like 40 different. Okay, you're logged
Facebook's
in.
looking out for you, Troy.
Oh, thanks, Facebook. You
is
are
it
helpful, right? Yeah, it always has my best interests at heart. I see.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta love this. This is good. Okay, let's see.
I hope it's Jimothy.
It's not, it's not a Jimothy.
Oh no.
Though Stan did draw a Jimothy.
I know, I saw that.
Yeah, he did draw one. It was during a Stan. I think it was during a test we were doing. But it is very. Let's see. Let me get there. Please hold.
Your call is very important to us.
Yes.
It will be answered in the order.
Where are you? There we go. Here we go. Nice. Wait, I'm a sidekick.
Right?
That's
you can tell because they obviously succeeded on the resistance check.
So there is a couple good comments here. Thank you, Staniel, for that. I appreciate it. It's been a minute since we got a Stan original.
Always delighted when we do.
We do indeed. All right, let's stop that and let's see. Okay, so Void mentions being wary of players effectively min-maxing by taking minions to handle non-combat stuff much more cheaply.
Sure. Absolutely.
So it's just kind of up to you as a GM what you're willing to tolerate.
Yeah, it is. I mean, obviously if a player gives you the concept of my character stays home and all of their minions go and do stuff, that might be a conversation. For example.
So this is interesting.
Yeah. My advice is don't play with people who do that to you.
Right. Indeed. Or at the very least are, open to conversation about being reasonable.
Exactly. Did we talk about this already? Gene asked what kind of weapons. Okay, great. Sorry about that. I was busy grabbing my DNA sample in order to access my Facebook page. Let's see.
Yeah, devious minions can't have summon. You can't stack summon effects.
There we go. Yeah. So the rules are no, unless your house, I guess, creates a different rule, and then
Yeah,
then you're cheating.
Yeah,
you're ruining.
There's no infinite tunnel of summoning.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Michael in chat says fried minions is an appetizer and sidekick is a mashed potato.
Well, if the sidekick doesn't move fast, he is. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. Let me double check and see if my information has arrived. Oh, not quite, but it's almost. I see typing happening.
Can I interest you in some minion
Very exciting update.
Right.
Oh yeah. I'm hungry.
I'm also hungry.
Minions
waiting
Foster.
for this information to land. I'm not sure how to communicate that it's a live program.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll figure out a way. So let's see. Desmond says that I think playing a character with sentient animated armor would be cool. That is interesting. How fun would that be? Oh wow, that's a whole new dimension I hadn't even thought of. Let's see. That's great. Stan says Devious is a sidekick. I'm a minion. You're both my heroes. That's all that matters.
You're definitely our sidekick, Stan.
Absolutely.
Honestly, when we get your drawings, we're your sidekick.
Mm-hmm. I will always spend my hero points on Stan's behalf.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, me too. Absolutely. Every chance I get. Asking the important question that is yet to be answered. And the survey says, listen, friends, I'm very excited about this because we have, one of the things I noticed when I first started working at Green Ronin some long time ago, like I need to count up I stopped counting at 8. Mm-hmm. So it's been some years.
Yes.
The internet was, I'll say, you could look across the internet and find several different kinds of attempts to do the thing that someone has done amazingly well for us in over the course of the last couple months. And longer than that, truly, when you think about development. And then with the advent of 4th edition, 2 things have kind of bubbled up as opportunities that I think folks are really going to enjoy. And that is this.
Woo.
July 30th. It's the Mutants and Masterminds 3rd edition super bundle. It's every 3rd edition book that isn't licensed.
Yes.
That isn't part of a license.
Every 3rd edition PDF.
Yes.
PDF. That's right. That's right. PDF. Sorry. We're not going to send you a big stack of books.
Sad. We wish.
No.
Yeah.
Friends.
Even we can't afford to do that.
No. And the Mastermind Maker launches alongside. That means that you could take all of the Hero Lab. Yeah, sorry, I get them mixed up. But Hero Lab files that come with many of the PDFs and turn them into. You can put them into the Mastermind Maker. You can create heroes using the Mastermind Maker. We're going to have Cassie on the program to talk a little bit more about all of that in greater detail, as well as pricing and all that kind of good stuff. That information is forthcoming. I am super excited about it. It really, this is over $700 worth of
sufficient to say, like our previous super bundles, this will be a deep discount.
Yep,
that's right. And so looks like we're doing like 70. It looks like I think it's $74.95.
So
for every
probably
PDF.
about 90% off then.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 90% off. And then for the Mastermind Maker, we are going to, I have it written down here and I just left my mind, not because we don't know, but because I'm dumb. It's going to be $19.95 for the 3rd edition basic version. There's a version of it that will be the Mastermind Maker and it'll have the Basic Heroes handbook in it. And then $59.95 for the deluxe version. That's 4th edition and all the other things that come with it. Yeah. So the standard edition will have all content from the third edition, the 3rd edition deluxe Heroes Handbook, including a quick start hero generator, an interactive builder, printable sheets, printable sheet generation and customization in several different formats, a Hero Lab to 3rd edition importer, a system walkthrough, and a quick reference sheet. The deluxe edition will have advantages and pre-built powers from gadget guides, house rules, and equipment from the deluxe Gamemaster's guide. Advantages, power modifiers, and pre-built powers from power profiles, skills, advantages, power modifiers, and vehicle features from Time Traveler's Codex. Caveat, but let me finish the list here. Advantages from the Super Team Handbook, advantages from and HQ features from Hero High, advantages and power modifiers for the Cosmic Handbook, and details that will be included from Vigilante's Handbook, and then mechanical content that from other books that we might have missed in our list. That advanced, the deluxe version will it'll be updated over time. It launches with quite a few of those features and books, and we'll add more as we continue developing it. That's that. And then there'll be a 4th edition that'll come out later.
Sure, you will not be surprised to know, Troy, there are questions in chat.
Oh, let's see. Jane's 3rd addiction. Yeah, exactly. Will Mastermind Maker be Mac and Windows? Windows for now, with the intention to publish a Mac build. It's just it requires a little more back-end magic than we have the time to dig into, and we didn't want folks to wait. But there is a build. We just need to, let me see other questions that I might be missing.
Abkintic asks if this is Green Ronin hosted, Bundle of Holding, or Drive-Through hosted.
Both.
Yes, I was going to say both Green Ronin and Drive-Through. This is not a Bundle of Holding project, though.
As far as the number of titles, literally that's part of the information because they're bundling it all together now, and so
we're still adding up that number.
The other thing that it's a lot, and we're also including stuff from the that we put together from the Patreon.
Yeah, I was going to say, but basically, Michael, it's sufficient to say it's everything. Unless it was a licensed thing that we don't have the license to anymore. Like wildcards, for example.
That's right. And
exactly.
The Scottish Handbook's not in there.
Right. And because, obviously it's not out yet. So,
Yeah. And the Void Watches, who is in chat, is the mastermind behind the Mastermind Maker, and has done just beyond incredible work, just superlative in every way. And as they mentioned, they don't have a Mac, and so it's a little bit more complicated to develop than Windows. But we've got a build that we're working on, and they've been working on it for some time, and we're going to sort all of that out. But we'll do that well after Gen Con. And so let's see. It's funny. There are folks who say that there have been other bundles in the past that people have picked up, and so I get
Absolutely.
it if you're bundled out, but this will be the definitive bundle for third edition. I was reading it at the same time. 3rd edition. And there was a great question that I wanted to grab. Jeremiah, this is a standalone. The Mastermind Maker is a standalone installed program on your computer.
Yes.
Yep.
And so
it is not a web app.
I don't have the money or the time for a 3rd edition, Troy.
I know, right?
Me either, right? Let's see. RC mentioned you can see some cool Mastermind Maker stuff on the channel for it in Freedom City. Yeah, you sure can. And drop the Discord link in there. Really excited about it. It is revolutionary.
Indeed. Warden Maximus, the 4th edition Mastermind Maker, will be coming around the time of 4th edition.
That's right. Yeah, that's absolutely right. Hey, and while we're talking about timeframes in 4th edition, I do want to add that, hey, friends out there in the world, if you have not heard from me personally, if you are somebody who is publishing under the third-party license, get a hold of me now.
Yes.
Now is the time for us to chat. I'm having all kinds of great conversations. We're going to have some meetings. We have some very special, very awesome things to talk about, and it needs to. We need to coalesce this group so that we can be sure to map to our timing for the release of 4th edition.
Likewise, if you are a Kickstarter backer at the character art level and you have not communicated with us about your character, please get in touch.
That's right. So you would have received an email from me with requesting your details and information, and if you have not seen that and you think you should have seen it, reach out to me. Just send a note to let's play at greenronin.com, and we will take care of you with all the details. And I'll tell you, watching them come in, so many amazing heroes. Like they're just they're very, very cool.
Also, if you're a Kickstarter backer,
I'm going to say it further.
Also, if you're a Kickstarter backer waiting to play with me, I'll send some information out about that after Gen Con.
You will have received some information about that from me already.
Oh, I would like to receive that information, Troy.
Well, you and I talked about it already and worked out the. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
But yeah, so folks will sign up with one of the days. Remember, we talked about doing only one GM'd experience a month instead of doing the 50 in a day, as would be your way. But we will sort that out and then make sure we get everybody lined up.
Cool.
And I think that's it. Well, so wow, okay, we're running out of time already. What? Let's do this first. Alex, what's going on in your world?
Well, in about 30 minutes, I'm going to do a very short office hours talking about doing some Gen Con prep. And then this evening at 9 o'clock, I'll be doing a one-shot with Masks and Mayhem, visiting my old character, Beowulf Odin's son, the outlaw son of Odin. Looking for that damn wily Loki.
Well, appropriate given that you're the bad boy at TTRPGs.
That's right. Yep. And then I'll be at Gen Con. I'm running 3 games. I'll be at the booth occasionally. If you want to meet me, send me a message.
That's right. Send him a message and, open mouth kisses for all. Steve Kenson, what's going on in the Steve Kenson cinematic universe?
Well, I too am prepping for Gen Con. I am hard at work on all of the various 4th edition projects, working my way through Alex's development notes on the Masterminds manual, in first draft progress on the Earth Prime Gazetteer and the Freedom City Discord series of adventures, and looking ahead to the various other projects that we've got along those lines, and to working with our art director, Hal Mangold, on getting the art order for the 4th edition Heroes Handbook together fairly soon, once we've got all of our art characters lined up and ready to go.
Fantastic. You'll find a link in chat to the Masks and Mayhem stream featuring Beowulf. Love that. Excellent. And I think that's it, gentlemen. Thank you so much for hanging out and clearing up what the Sidekicks and Minions were all about. Anything else you want to share before we?
I think that's pretty much it.
Then you are free, my friends. Free. Thank you so much. We are going to now. Hey, you know what? Join the grad. It's time for you to get into our Discord. This is the official Discord of Green Ronin Publishing. And you can get there by going to greenronin.in/Discord, or just make sure, say hello. Let us know that you're hanging out there and that you are ready to be engaged with. We will welcome you with open arms, and there's a lot of things going on. You definitely want to be there. Let's see. Oh, great. Excellent. And make sure you check chat for Alex's Untold Stories project link to his office hours. We wish both those gentlemen fun at Gen Con. It should be fun. And I know Stan mentioned earlier that he was going to be doing the much beloved couch. What is it? Sitting on the couch with friends or something. But I'll be on his program, he and Owen Casey Stevens, and we should have a blast, as we always do. July is almost over, friends. I can't believe it. It is only a few days left, and we've got a week of fun before we dive into August. I can't believe it. That is crazy. This Thursday, of course, is the Get Tanked with me. It'll be a lot of fun. We hang out, a bunch of cool people having cool conversations. It's a Zoom meeting, and you can join by going to the atomicthinktank.com. Looking in the left-hand menu, you will see a link. It'll say live, and you can join us. It's a blast. It starts at 5 p.m. Pacific and goes until, I got to tell you, hours, sometimes hours and hours. You are certainly under no obligation to hang out for that whole time, but you are certainly welcome to. It's a lot of fun. Now let's get into the tank and talk to our buddy Devious Hearts, who is our correspondent for What's Friend.
Hi, how's it going today, sir?
So very, very good. A big day, big announcements, lots of fun, and now we get to talk about what's in the tank, which is always one of my favorite features of Moo Man.
Absolutely, and I just got to say I'm so excited for that Mastermind Maker coming out. Cassie did such an amazing job on that program, and playing with it is just woohoo!
Dream come true.
I've already got my money ready.
It's a dream come true.
Absolutely. Anyway, let's get to what's in the tank. First of all, new in the Freedom City Library, we have 4 new articles, 2 of which are from our incredible and amazing Paul Rua, and 1 of which from, of course, the amazing Steve Kenson. We do also have Peyton Fletcher in the number 4 of his series, Stargrave, where he basically, this is his building Patchland. He talks about what he's done basically to his Earth Prime, essentially. We have more just amazing work from Paul Rua doing his Hero Forge thing.
Wow.
Toy Boy, Talos, Mastermind, Dakataku, Silver Scream, Mr. Infamy, Magpie, and Dr. Sin there. But what
they look
is
great,
super special to me, is Paul went through and picked out characters from the Aegis Files. And he did 2 of my characters, so I'm super honored.
How fun!
First of all, we have Bodega Cat, and that's one of Paul's characters. Rubble is one of my characters. Westridge is a Steinbrewer character. The Mighty Goop is another one of my characters. And Walk Warrior as well. And then finally in the back, we have The Van by Gerald Shrimshire, aka Warden Maximus. And the van is basically has a nice complication of it better not get dinged or mom's going to be really mad. So.
That is so cool. Scroll down a little bit. I just want to see the rest of the text. There we go. Oh. The Mighty Goop. That's great. The Walk Warrior. Okay, that's so funny.
Oh, absolutely. And also, you know, the villains here, just another great Freedom City setups. And finally, there's the random surrealism table that Steve Kenson put together from the previous Mutants Masterminds, with such great as random roll, a large truck or even a freight train hits a character crossing or standing in a road, but they are merely knocked prone and stunned if they fail a DC dodge check.
Yeah.
Or burst of flower petals, butterflies, moss, or harmless fireworks. Oh, it's truly, truly fun. And
I love that.
In the Aegis Files, but wait, there's more. And of course, Chris Davies.
Nice, Chris Davies, of course. Oh,
Grant Woolsey.
Thank you, Grant. I love it.
Chris Davies.
Thank you, Chris.
But
that's so great.
Grant Woolsey did Queen Elsa from Frozen. And like I made a comment, people are really holding on to this Disney princess. They just can't let it go.
I get it. That's cold.
Moving on. Alex Thomas, Office Hours in 30 Minutes. And then right after that, back in the saddle, it's a Maston Mayhem, Tales from the Mayhem verse. And
nice.
RC Byler is going to be out there running that this Wednesday, of course. Chrono Crisis, episode 10, one way through. And we've got Office Hours with Troy this Thursday.
Don't miss it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is what is in the tank.
Very nice. We have a friend in chat who's said something that makes a lot of sense. Where they said they're going to try to do some Venture Brothers one-shots to introduce people to the system, and then let them taste true superpowers as they design their first superheroes. That's a great idea. I love that. I don't know how to say this. There we go.
I'm definitely down to be an Adventure Brothers game. Sign
my
me up
gosh. So fun. Absolutely. I love Adventure Brothers. What a great fun way for players to have some fun.
I want to play David Bowie.
Is it Zapier Etsiberry?
Okay.
Is that how you say it?
We got a baby, it's a boy. What?
Anyway, all right. Well, hey, friends, thank you so much for hanging out with us. What a great show today was. Always a blast. And Devious, thank you for a phenomenal report of what's going on in the tank. And other people can get into it by just going to atomicthinktank.com. And you can look at all of those things. By the way, did I mention all those heroes and things that you saw? You can borrow them. You can use them. They're for you.
Free.
Yeah, think of it like a library. It's all free.
Oh, and another thing, somebody had asked me, hey, do I need special permission to do an article in the tank or in the Freedom City Library or the Aegis Files? No, you're a fan. Make an article, bring it. We would love to hear you, hear what you have to say and get some of your ideas out there.
And it could be an article on anything related to mutants and masterminds. It could be how to, I don't know, how to dress a superhero, how to manage your supercar collection,
how to make a Jimothy.
How to make a Jimothy. How do you manage your super pets? Did super pets get changed when they were in the Silver Storm? Who knows? You can talk about it and write an article about it. And it can be anything, really. And it might even be just something you can write an opinion piece on what bothers you as a GM or what players would like. Or it is only limited by your imagination.
Yep.
All right.
Great place to hang out.
Thank you so much for sharing all the details. And friends, I think there's only one thing left to do.
What's that?
That's to say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.